But so everything came to a crashing halt, and then I created Crypto Canal. I cried so much when I got your offer because I couldn't accept it.
So what's the future look like for Crypto Canal? Well, today I have Eleanor Blanc, the legend, here in Amsterdam. Crypto and Eleanor and Amsterdam are all synonymous together. I can't think of crypto, I think of you, and you've really built up the community here. But maybe you can give us a little of an origin story of Crypto Canal. Like, what is it to everyone that may not be aware of, because they think of like ETHDAM. I know there's like a branding overlap there, but yeah, what's the origin story of Eleanor Blanc and Crypto Canal?
Okay, no, first of all, you're the legend, because I remember when I stepped in crypto in 2017 and I saw you on stage giving a talk. Yeah, that talk blew my mind and I loved it. And for me, you were like you are still such an OG and like such an inspiration, and your story from Airbits and to Edge and everything and how you built it.
Oh gosh, you remember Airbits. So
yeah, of course.
Then we definitely go way back.
And the merchant portal, like all of that stuff, the merchant directory, to where to spend your crypto, like all of that work and everything you've built and your talks and your opinions over the years. So it's an honor to have you once again in Amsterdam and at ETHDAM as a speaker. Like, really.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And I've used Edge, has been my tool, my favorite wallet all these years.
Oh, well, thank you.
So I've been using it. It's where I did my first transaction. I was doing so. I was
your first transaction to buy something with crypto or receive payment?
My first ever crypto transaction.
What did you buy?
Edge. No, it was between me and Justin.
Oh, really? Got it.
Because I was doing an interview to work for Beats.com back then.
Oh, got it. Yes, I remember.
So that was my, yes, I was working on Alejandro and Nicole and that team. And I was about to interview for a wallet. And I had never done a crypto transaction on a wallet. And Justin was making fun of me. And he was like, we're going to do it right now.
Got it.
And that's where I did my first transaction, was with Edge.
Oh, hopefully it worked out okay.
Yeah, it was flawless. It was flawless. And then
crypto can be tough. It's a finicky ecosystem.
It is finicky.
Network.
And I worked for a wallet, and that was my first job in crypto, right? In 2018.
Cool.
To work for a wallet. I was their content and community manager. And I was benchmarking that wallet to your wallet back then. They're not around anymore.
Yeah.
Those private keys used to be sent by email. 64 words.
64 words?
Sent by email.
Wow, I didn't know there was
And it was a
ever
QR
a
code on it. Yeah, because the
God.
devs were saying, yeah, it's better than 12 words. But then sent by email. So I remember onboarding people to the Beats.com wallet by giving them BCH or whatever, and then telling them, oh yeah, delete that print that email when you get home and delete it. Can you imagine? That's how far
emails, especially if they're on Google, are they ever really deleted?
No, but like, can you imagine? Yeah. Like, we've come a long way.
We've come a long way, yes.
We've come a long way. But that was my experience, so with wallets and Edge.
You worked in the industry as far back as 2018.
Yeah,
so
2017, like October 2017 is when I like went to my first meetup.
Cool.
And then November, I was already a volunteer from then on. And then I think April 2018 is when I had my first job, because they were like,
very cool.
We're sponsoring these meetups. You're always there. You're very interested. You want to do more. And I was like, oh my God. So
that's 2018. You were working with BTC.com
and then
as you said,
fired.
content manager. Okay, all right.
That was super traumatic. I don't know. Like, when I look back now, it's like one of those milestones moment where December 26th, Christmas.
Oh my gosh, day after Christmas.
We get rugged, and in the WhatsApp group from the company, they say that the company is no more. Everything came to a crashing halt. And then I created Crypto Canal. Because I decided that I would never work ever again for someone else. So in a good way, they taught me a very important lesson. I thought from that day on, I'm going to stay in crypto, but on my own terms. And that's how Crypto Canal happened.
And so what was Crypto Canal back in 2018?
It was a consultancy firm where I outsourced my services to Luno, to OKX, to Bitcoin.com. I did some work with Satoshi's Angels, Cyber Capital. So I was sort of like all over the place. I remember almost working with Edge. I cried so much when I got your offer, because I couldn't accept it, because I really wanted to work for Edge, because I was like, this would be the perfect.
We had many opportunities.
Yeah, I thought this could be the perfect next thing, but the KPIs were just so intense, and I knew I couldn't, unless I went on like Dam Square and onboarded people like with a bell or something. I knew I wouldn't have been able to scale. Okay,
we would work together one way, shape, or form eventually.
I know. Recently.
And when you worked with them, that was was that a continuation of the kind of work that you did at BTC.com?
So I was basically teaching and onboarding people to crypto, still to crypto, but to Luno, which was a custodian wallet, which is no more.
Oh, really? Is it no more now?
It is no more.
I remember we had actually made contact with them from the viewpoint of utilizing their services to fiat on-ramp in, I think, Africa.
So they were big in Africa in general.
Yeah.
But it's a custodian wallet, was super VC funded. I remember visiting their offices in London, like super gorgeous and everything. And I remember, and it didn't last very long.
Really?
Me working with them didn't last long because I was doing workshops with students. So talking about the cypherpunk movement, the values of being your own bank.
And then
there was a massive clash. But then we did cool stuff because, of course, when you have money like that, we rented a whole food court, and everybody got their food for that lunch by using crypto.
Oh, really? So you actually were onboarded a food court with crypto payments?
Because that's what you can do when you have a lot of money and you can do crazy events like
when you have
that.
a bunch of VC money, it helps.
But we onboarded all these people to this product, which was not good, in my opinion, because it would ask your BSN, your in-banking service number, like your
full KYC.
It's super KYC, but even more than that, like it's the number that identifies you in the Netherlands with everything.
It's like for those listening in the US, it's basically a social security number.
Yeah. Like it's not
just to be able to transact and send receive crypto.
And wait for it. You'd have, because I remember then, of course, testing this wallet and stuff. It was awful. Sorry, I mean I can talk about it now like this.
No, they're gone now. So
they're gone. I never signed an NDA or anything like that. But you'd have. It would freeze your funds. If I wanted to transact stuff, it would sort of ask me to wait 24 hours before that thing was processed. So it wasn't, not only was custodian, but the user experience, it was just sort of, I think they mostly saw themselves as a bank and they didn't really want you to transact. But if you transacted, it was sort of like.
It was more like a withdrawal from your account versus a payment.
It was.
Which is true of most custodial exchanges today.
Yeah.
Is that you're not really transacting out of the account, you're withdrawing, and a withdrawal is a heavy weight operation. It might require time delay.
And they want to know to where you're sending it. So there's all these things. Yep. So that was Luno. OKX was interesting because I used to do events for them, but I'm not personally a trader. I'm not.
Oh, it's true, and they are definitely until more recently, where they now have like MetaMask like DeFi wallets have definitely been a trader's paradise.
Yeah. But so OKX was fun, but then for me it was interesting to create sort of events around traders. Although I'm not a trader myself, but that was also fun.
You might know a few.
Just a few.
Just a few.
Just a few. But yeah, so that was Ellie in 2018.
2018, and that was Crypto Canal in 2018. And I know that there was one point in time when I remember asking you, so are you still doing, when you were already doing events and doing meetups, I'd ask you, like, okay, so who are some of your clients? You go, oh, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
When was that transition? Talk to me about that. 2020. Okay.
Yeah, it took me a few. So it took me like
So you're doing events, meetups.
Yeah. For others.
For others at the time.
March 2020, I was like, this is it. I'm gonna stop carrying other people's banners and doing stuff for them. I want to grow Crypto Canal itself so that I'm free from shilling any product that I don't like, basically.
Of course. Cool. All right.
That was the whole point. I was like, okay, if I'm going to stay in this industry, I freed myself the first time from being an employee. That was the first evolution to going to Crypto Canal. Then having all these clients, okay, nice. But then eventually Crypto Canal itself became the hub.
Right.
But that was March 2020.
Oof.
Guess
rough
what?
Time.
Lockdown the month after, April 2020.
Right. The US had locked down. Yeah. Actually, the same month, March.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that was crazy. So that was a terrible time to go all in because that's when I removed all those clients, right? I was like, thank you so much, but now I'm going to do my own thing.
And your own thing was events.
My own thing was events.
Which
I became, and wait for it that month because I sneaked my way into the World Economic Forum in Davos in January of 2020.
Oh, right before, just in time.
Yeah, so I crashed that, literally like asking for people to sleep in their bathtubs because like sleeping in Davos is so intense.
Wow.
So whatever.
During that time, for sure.
So it was super fun. I signed a contract that month with Bitcoin.com.
Oh, wow.
So I was their global events manager for a total of 2 months.
Okay, so you had another contract.
Yes. So I removed all the other ones, and I was like, oh my God, Bitcoin.com is home. Because with BTC.com at the time, Bitcoin.com always felt like the mothership.
That's of that effort. And for people that don't know about that era, that was kind of the block size war era.
Yeah, those were all the big blockers.
Cash, exactly.
All the big blockers were there. That's where
Roger Ver had hugely supported, and of course, I think was probably still CEO of Bitcoin.com.
He was
at the time.
He was.
Yep.
I forgot his name. Stefan.
Oh, Stefan. This is 2020. Sorry, I was thinking back in like the 2018 time.
So it was just
right.
after, so it's Stefan. But then Yeah, that lasted a very, very short time. So that was 2 months.
Oh, because of the lockdowns.
Because of lockdowns.
Yeah, no
and
events.
then I was supposed to, and then I was explaining them when they were still like based all over the world. I was supposed to organize this huge event in Lugano, out of all places, in Switzerland, for 4,000 people. Yeah. And I was like, guys, that's not going to happen.
At least
and they were like, no, it's not going to, it's fine. It's just fake news. It's going to go away. It's going to blow off. I was like, they're locking down Italy. Therefore, Lugano, which is like across the border, is going to be absolutely no-no. And that was it. And that was also the end, I would say, that was the beginning and the end of having our community meetups. Yeah. Because we had our first in March, and then those months are blurry, really. But then
these are the community meetups that you have here in Amsterdam, the Crypto Canal meetups.
Yeah. Right. But I remember, I think the next one I ever had was in 2021.
Right, and so that's about when we brought back a lot of the meetup scene as well.
I did a lot of stuff then online. So we'd like do, crypto drinks, literally, online. Where people would drink at home, online, or whatever.
Gosh, not an era I want to remember.
No, I think we all have kind of PTSD of those times. But yeah, we continued as we could. I'm very grateful to the few venues in Amsterdam that sort of turned a blind eye.
Yeah, stages are open.
Yeah, they would let us come in, not ask for QR codes, not anything, and then shut the windows down so that people couldn't see
inside.
But we had like a Thorchain meetup that way. We had like a few
my favorite projects.
Yeah. So we had a few like meetups in those days.
And so that was early Crypto Canal as a meetup.
Canal. Yeah.
As Crypto Canal as a meetup.
Yeah.
We're here today at ETHDAM.
Yes.
And when did that transition happen from Crypto Canal to meetup to your first major actual full multi-day event?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly when, but the DevConnect team, so the Ethereum Foundation, was scouting Amsterdam in 2022. And someone asked who from the community wants to organize the opening event.
Oh, opening event for DevConnect.
Yeah. Okay. And I was like,
yeah, of course.
And then I remember having a call with Nicoletta, and she's like, so who are you doing this with? I was like, well, just me. And she's like, you're an idiot. You need a team. You can't do this on your own. Of course. But I was extremely naive. I was for me, it was just like a larger meetup. I've been doing this on my own.
Right.
Well, it's just more speakers, a bigger space.
And a lot of more time.
Yes, and I had not realized that.
It's a lot of work.
So she stepped in. Federico stepped in as well.
Oh, perfect.
JJ already at the time stepped in.
Oh, my.
And then in 2022, we organized ETH Day and DeFi Day. And this was, cool. DeFi Day took place here in Packagers Rijker. And then the following year, I knew that DevConnect was not coming back. I knew that ETH Global wasn't coming back to do a hackathon either. And I felt like it was my duty to keep that standard of high quality event here in the Netherlands. So then ETHDAM was born the following year.
That was 2023.
Yes.
Yeah, but I missed that year, wasn't able to come, but I saw it, was very excited for it, glad it happened, and continued into last year and then now into this year.
Yeah, exactly.
When people think and see ETHDAM, I think the impression they might have very externally is different than the impression you'll have if you actually come to the event. And why I say that is just the term ETHDAM, you just think another ETH Denver, ETH Toronto, blah, blah, blah. But you have a very unique focus here at ETHDAM. Yes. Talk to me about how, that focus, what is that focus? And then also, where did it come from? Why is it different?
August 2022.
Okay.
So DevConnect had just happened. But August 2022, Alexei Peretsev is arrested here in the Netherlands.
Right.
That's it.
That was the trigger.
No, really.
Yeah.
It shifted something inside of me where I felt like...
Alexei Peretsev, for those that don't know.
Yes, a Tornado Cash developer.
Exactly.
Just one of the founding team members who has built it, coded, and advocated for his own products.
Right. Was arrested here in the Netherlands.
For
those that don't know, Roman Storm in the U.S.
Yeah.
Almost at the same time was arrested as well.
A year after, actually, yeah.
Oh, a whole year after. Yeah, a lot longer.
Yeah, it's really long. So while Alexei was in jail before even the court started, that period, Roman Storm was free in the U.S. So whatever.
I see.
It's also weird to go back in time. He's been arrested now. He's been in jail twice over the last 3 years.
This is Alexei.
Yes, Alexei. Right. So he's done already 500 days in jail, like 250, and then a break to have the trial, and then again back to prison. And now he's released because his appeal is like in a year from now, so that he's under release in the Netherlands until his appeal.
Right, to form his case.
But he's convicted. He's
right.
been convicted to 5 years and 4 months to jail, and now he's appealing that decision.
Right. And so that arrest was immediately after the Dev Connect, not the first ETHDAM, technically speaking.
So the first ETHDAM was already like full on privacy. Privacy is normal. Like we were already like started beating that drum.
Right.
Because I think it really shaped me. It really felt like any one of the people that I have been talking about cryptocurrency here in the Netherlands could have been arrested. Like I really didn't see why people didn't immediately make the link that he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, could have been any of us.
It could have been any of us. Like he's being convicted of laundering $1 billion worth of ETH. He did not do that, but he's being.
He never at any point in time had control over that ETH.
No, no, he's being accused of having this immutable code allowing this to happen.
Yeah.
I advocate for that. I think using Tornado Cash is great.
Yeah.
But saying those words means that, like, what is the difference between me saying those words and me having coded that or not coded that? Like it's such a slippery
promoting
slope.
The use.
Yeah.
Building versus promoting the use versus actually using it for that illicit purpose.
Well, the Lazarus group is not being on trial, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that shifted something in me, and so ETHDAM ever since has been dedicated to privacy. Privacy has been our leading guiding star. We did privacy and security. No, we did privacy and DeFi the first year, privacy and security last year, and this year we did privacy, security, and AI because everybody wanted to talk about AI. But privacy is our guiding star.
Of course, which is one of the things that definitely has me resonating with what you're doing here.
Yeah.
And for those that may be less aware, it is what we're double downing on at Edge. We've always felt strongly about privacy, but now focusing on supporting that specific community, right? Whereas Edge can be used by any crypto, advocate, fan, enthusiast, but really targeting on this community, supporting this community, adding the functionality, feature sets, assets that the community cares about, is what we're going to be focusing on over the next couple of years. So it's super aligned with what you guys are building over here. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was the first ETHDAM, which 2023.
Yeah.
You'd mentioned it kind of changed. A slight change in the sub-focus.
Yes.
Privacy being the main focus, the sub-focus. Yeah, you iterate that a little bit.
They go well together. They marry each other, right?
Yeah, they do.
We need privacy in all these different facets of the industry.
Especially AI, which is a tough one.
Yeah.
What's the future look like for Crypto Canal? If you can say anything, or is it also under wraps?
So there's a few things that I can say, and there's a few things that I just don't know.
Sure.
So I have an 11-month-old daughter. And it has changed. It has. Yeah. And I'm such a happy mom. It's just the best thing I've ever done in my life. And Crypto Canal is my first child.
It is. 5 years old now.
Exactly. But it can walk and it can run on its own. But at the same time, I want to do it justice. I want to keep Crypto Canal growing, and I want to make sure that whatever we do in the future, that it stays on track with what I've built so far. The first big thing I want to do is I want to rebrand it.
Okay. Wow, you're announcing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy. We're dropping ETHDAM. And it's always hard, I think, to drop something that you've been calling for 3 years in a row.
I know.
And I was happy to do like a 3rd edition of ETHDAM.
Right.
But I'm actually scraping that because I don't want to be attached to a specific cryptocurrency.
And it's been open to many different currency conference.
Yes.
Actually, almost all ETH conferences are at this point now. They
but
have
like
to be.
Even more so.
More so,
I've never been an ETH maxi.
Yeah.
It's never been just ETH stuff.
Right.
So it feels weird to have it in the name. And I'm also dropping the DAM part because I don't want to be tied to a city either. We don't know where we're going to be. I mean, this is the community I've built so far here. But I think Crypto Canal can be its own thing. So I'm actually calling it Crypto Canal. Awesome. Yeah. It was the origins, and it shall be the future. Something like exactly. I like that. That's perfect. I like that. So I'm dropping the ETHDAM name, calling it Crypto Canal, and I'm doubling down on politics. That I'm sure of. And that's fair. Yeah. It's become more so than in prior years, but always has been more so, become a political topic because anytime you are building a technology that is very empowering, it'll make enemies. Yeah. And those enemies will be vocal, especially at the political realm. And I feel like I got in for the politics side. Like, for me, the politics of the idea of I'm not going to preach to the choir, but like this whole, you know, dropping fiat, stop using fiat, stop funding wars, like that's what I'm in for. And I think it's easy to get distracted in crypto. There's all these shiny things, there's all these new things, these new concepts, these new technologies.
Yeah, there's technology and price and, you know, wealth, and you forget about
I want to go, I always want, I just, even more so, I want to go back to the core. I want to go back to the ethos. Not that I've ever strayed away that much, but I feel like it's so easy to shy away from the hard conversations.